All right, rise and shine. Here we go. Flashlight, flashlight. So I want to visit the church. I want to talk to Kuno. Those are my two big things. And also the floorboards. Dimitri told me that... Oh, Jesus, Kim. Scared me. I may need to talk to Lady Person to get floorboard stuff.
The policeman. I hope the... Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Okay, but you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
All right. Right out the gate, we're on to the lady driver. Dimitri told me that she's kind of a big point of no return, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what she's got.
She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other. Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Have the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
Enough of this. She better start talking right now.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, was there something else?
No.
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
Huh? I like to see him try. If anything, I am gonna muscle him out with construction loans.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Get out of here, trying to ruin my day. And that youth center better be a good one, or you'll have trouble from me.
I like how she's giving me this shack for free, and then now I'm turning and doing all this.
I wield an army of drunks. Do not underestimate the effect of such a force, if it's pointed to the right direction.
Tell me about yourself, who exactly?
Hey, now
Hang
it's
on.
your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. On a chief.
I'm trying to find...
This is pretty much a known place. A gap. A blank spot over there you can...
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinderblock houses. The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place...
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
I don't see any floorboard convos. I am here. Oh, wait, hang on. Dimitri told me something about the fast travel thing as well. He said technically, I don't want to read that out loud. Every time you find a phone, use it to make a call. You may need to talk to fishing old lady again to get floorboard stuff. I just did. I didn't see anything. You failing the karaoke check is hilarious. He likes to poke at me for how I'm doing. I forgot the wrong thought. I should probably do or fix that. Well, the fact that I forgot it makes me upsetty. This is the one that I need to forget. So I forgot that. That's cool, but I forgot the wrong one. So I need to... Oh, it's going to be forgotten forever, so I can't even relearn it. That's good. Now I lost that level up point. You can fast travel, but only to the key places. If you're outside the whirling, you can fast travel to the village, and vice versa. Okay, so I have to be at the key places so I have to go to the whirling if I want to teleport here. Okay. Now that we're caught up, I'm gonna go investigate. That church. Fine. Well, Kuno or the church? We know Kuno. That's opening a book that we've opened before. So I'm going to go talk to Kuno as much as I can. I will blow through dialogue I've already heard, though. I still got a lot of game left.
Necromancer pig. That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me, Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emile Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning, the man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant. Bleed, pig. Someone opens a window and says, but Emile cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
Pigs. The fuck about it?
I think I've done all
He's
these.
trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Oh. No, he was.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Kuno's fucking.
He's trying to.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch. That's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Probably climbed. You heard Kuno. I don't mess go. Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Just a.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
That's a new one.
Fuck you.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
I hate words too.
Words are fucking shit. Make you stupid. Kuno's got his own words now. Kuno words.
Has Kuno been to some kind of school? Probably a school for children with behavioral difficulties.
That's the past, pig. Kuno's not there anymore. Kuno did his time. Now ask about that pig corpse shit and don't go sniffing into Kuno's past.
Pigs come to take you back, Kuno. Trying to dig up dirt on you.
Fuck you.
He says you're stupid, Kuno.
Get the fuck out of here calling Kuno stupid.
They're lost without you, Kuno.
Why don't you figure your shit out yourself before you come to Detective Kuno for help?
Detective Kuno.
Maybe we should.
You're testing.
Get lost.
Okay.
The fuck do you want with it?
I don't
Just
see
talk,
any-
Meister. Don't come and talk. Kuno get problem is Kuno and his dad, dirty popo man, is you.
Oh, here we go.
In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half the speed.
Who's your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too. Like half. A baggie, but like in this vial. Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Okay, Kuno's listening.
This must be what Dimitri was talking about. I'm going in there guns blazing to get that speed because I need it. I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going in there for after the most violent man in Revachol. I'm going in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno, and I'm going to confiscate that crap. I'm going in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm going to confiscate that crap. Why? You need speed.
Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor and kick down the door.
I think that's that locked
Style.
door that I found
Kuno
before.
Style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
I'm gonna kill Kuno's dad.
No, really. Rock and roll.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
I feel like, so here's the thing, I really want Kim to like me, but I feel like me as a person and Kim as a person, I would like Kim. Kim would not like me. I recognize that I am a lot sometimes, and I feel like Kim, like, he wouldn't dislike me, like, he wouldn't hate me, he just would choose not to be around me when he could. This is the apartment building, room 12. Room 12, is this it? This one.
You hear someone walking around in...
No, that's number 10. So this must be 12.
This door has been closed with a padlock.
Nope. But it's... Oh!
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
I'll keep my armistice handy, detective.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure. To symbolize the toppling of the old order.
Cool.
Also, some social democrats were already using it. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it. Because white is the color of peace.
Is it?
You see noble aims, but also mountains upon mountains of corpses. They should have taken a more measure. Also,
Tired.
You're really smart.
I'm really smart. Okay. Room 12?
A shabby door hangs
Yep.
oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno Doroita. Your heartbeat quickens, palms go sweaty. The siren is singing you her song.
And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills.
No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door. Nothing happens. It must be an ambush. Let's get your adrenaline pumping, just in case. You'll need to equip the chain cutters to enter. Snip right through the metal.
Wait, what kind of check was that? Interfacing. So here's what we do. No, I know this stuff. Well, first off, pop. Now, how crazy is the check?
Door hangs oddly on its hinges.
I know too well. 72 is a fail. I hear a siren. It's very loud and impossible to ignore. Interfacing. I'd actually prefer to wear this. Interfacing. Do I have nothing that increases my interfacing? I guess I don't. What does my shirt currently do? Logic? Okay.
A shabby door hangs oddly on its snip.
Okay.
The cutter goes through them like dead leaves. The links fall to the ground on the other side of the door. Don't let the quiet fool you. The beast is in there somewhere, ready to rip you to shreds with a broken bottle.
I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least...
I know Kim don't even fight it no more, man. If this is true... Oh. Stealing his money. I hear snoring. Kuno is on unfinished homework. Glossy erotica, wrinkled from moisture. Hair stinks with something sour. Oh good, I'll steal the man's pants.
A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka, some towels and a duvet. Some socks even. In the dark, it looks like a nest. Something underneath there is breathing.
The beast.
It doesn't give a shit that you're a cop. Stop your hand now, or you're gonna die. It's not too late. No one's going to blame you for backing out. You don't have to do this. Just get out. Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive underneath it. It's deep in suffering somehow. You see a 60-year-old, fat, red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol, and God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. You don't have to take him down. He's already down.
Kim, is this thing even alive?
What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side.
Excellent form.
We could take him to Remedy or Saint-Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The arm sauce would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few.
The pile of blankets grunts miserably.
It cannot be retried.
The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something. And then falls back again, limp and defeated by sleep. A loud snore escapes his mouth.
Well, judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is.
The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. There's still plenty to be scared of here. Just not what you thought.
I think he's still quite bad. I mean, what he has come to. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but at least he won't be beating his son.
A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake.
Can't you tell? It happens to exceptionally committed substance abusers. They fall asleep with their eyelids still open. Not a pretty sight. Look, he's trying to communicate. I'm afraid it is. Look, it moves.
And look, the other foot is camouflaged by a striped sock bearing the name Maxtor on the sole. 3 toes are poking out of a hole.
It's a big hole.
A groan rises from the man's throat, dry like a death rattle. He's trying to say something in his sleep.
There's nothing there. I did everything I could here. Oh, there was a thingy. It's from 2 years ago. Yeah, I did everything I could in there. I just report back to Kuno. See what happens. Oh.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier.
Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
So no crime.
No,
Oh,
we are not constructors and renovators. And these bullet holes do not warrant an investigation. Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it. Should we go?
well, all right then. Can I retry this check now?
Just an ordinary wall.
No. What's this? What? Oh yeah, pants. I need to go talk to Kuno, I think. Why is the camera like this? Why is the camera all off? Why am I over there and not in the middle? Why am I off to the side like that? Oh, there we go. Okay, Kim is like right on me. Alright, Kuno. What do you got for me?
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pico North.
Or I can't even follow up with him?
Yeah, the kingdom of Kuno. Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
Kuno knows the ladder is unclimbable. The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't.
Yeah, no, well, I met Kuno's dad, I suppose. Something tells me that the rest of the story was in the words I was supposed to hear, that the 93% success rate wasn't good enough. I'm outside the whirling, or let me get outside the whirling and I'll teleport back over there so I can go to the church. Because I've used 20 minutes to see a sleeping drunk man. Okie dokie then. Let's go up to the church. I don't think I've been past this point here. Yeah, this is new. Dimitri says I've got roughly a quarter to a third of the map left to go. Huh. Hopefully. What's this? Money! I don't really need money right now. I'll take every penny I can get, but I don't know if I need... Oh! Quick travel unlocked, church! A dead phone. Calls become terrible sometimes. A good phone! Dimitri said to call,
A metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you're out of
I'm
change.
not out of change. I have so much money now that I'm saving all my money that I'm not spending on the
You
room.
hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
This.
Calling. Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Yes.
End of tone. Someone picks up.
Pierre, is that you, Pierre?
Wait. Is this... Who is this? Is that... Didn't I talk to this woman before on the intercom thing? Yes, it's me, Pierre.
So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died.
That's not good.
Are you sure you're Pierre? Your voice, it's different. There. Chrysanthemum.
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing a beach, growing in volume until the call suddenly disconnects. You get a sinking feeling. What if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you? To your relief, he did not.
Again.
Calling.
Wait, was that the same number from before? 155. No.
Still calling. Again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Gerard, what a douche name. Change your name.
What are you, like 5? Thanks for calling, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Again.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Itchy. I'm a police officer. That will scare him away. Yeah. I'll...
Tessie. Hey. You're not Tessie. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone.
One more.
Calling.
I'm tired.
Oh.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
Writing. I hate writing so much. But I have to get back to it.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number.
Huh?
Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Nice.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial. Then pull down on the number. Then move one up. And repeat the motion. Twice. Strange. This is not how you started before.
Now what did I just do?
You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. So 414447 1117361. Yes, 451 67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks. 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away, a distant network of phones. Calling. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring.
I'm thinking that the number came from back here in his mind. It's someone he knows, probably.
Calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark but capacious apartment with long windows. You know this.
Is this his ex? I'm positive he has like an ex-girlfriend or ex-wife that he's messed up over.
The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. You just do. And you know it is going to hurt. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows. Calling. 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 Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
I want to die. I don't want to.
Dora, who is this? connection is that?
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you. To make it possible to live. And fight. In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing. It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
Hello.
Who is this? No. It's you, isn't it? It's you. You're not a revolutionary, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
I'm in my rover, sleeping. To work. The academy, where I work.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper. She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone.
Ah,
Ran
shit.
out of money.
I bet you she left because of all this. Maybe. I don't have anything else to go off of.
Run to the church, home, anywhere but here.
Do it again.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial.
That's so
She
many
hits
numbers.
the coin, and a terrifying ocean of distance rustles in your ear. In the middle of it, a familiar calling, 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 calling. It looks like she does not want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
That's true.
Come on, you know why.
God, okay. So, like, in real life, like outside of this, you don't push, right? Like, I don't know. I've been in a adjacent situation fairly recently. You just let it go. You just let it go. However, this is a video game with a story that I want to uncover. So I wouldn't have called in the first place. Granted, Harry doesn't know the number he's calling. This is what's interesting about this game, is it goes from you're singing terrible karaoke and I'm sad but I'm the law to like things like this that actually make me like stop and think, like, you know, no, there's like emotions in these characters and stuff, and that's I think. So the mystery's great, right? I can't deny that the mystery's great. The characters are wonderful, but like it's the switching of emotional depth to being completely shallow and silly to things like this that actually make me think of things, you know, that I've been through. Obviously, I'm not a washed-up detective who can't remember who he is, but like, you know what I'm saying. There's like adjacent situations. Like in his scenario, I wouldn't have called, but again, he doesn't know who he's calling. I have a hunch on who he's calling. I think it's some sort of ex-lover. It makes sense given story context we have so far. But nah, just let it go. But this is a video game. This isn't real life, and I want to know. So let it ring.
Calling.
I just wanted to make sure that I wanted to put out there I don't condone like the kind of harassment vibe.
Calling.
Harry, please.
Oh.
Underneath it, she is naked and warm under a blanket.
I'm not gonna say this. It's none of my business. Obviously, we're not. Whoever that woman is on the phone, Harry and her are not together, so this is none of his business. Oh God, I feel like the stakes are like way up here for this conversation.
There's a sigh.
Please. I'm going to hang up now, okay?
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
No, I can't do it anymore. I can't even, in the story, push it. I can't. Maybe I can come back and do it again, like, if I were to just come, and, like, if Dimitri's like, no, you gotta go back and do another one!
Payphone under a yellow plastic dome. Life is garbage.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, so the prompt is still there, so as long as that doesn't go away, and Dimitri's like, no, you gotta go back and call again, maybe it'll be different at a different time of day. Is this the church? Doesn't look like a church. Is this a missing jacket?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells really bad. It's streaked with dried seagull shit and tangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket beneath the crust of filth. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems to have stiffened it into a shapeless mass.
Please tell me you're not taking that with you. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to have it returned.
Filthy jacket. I'm so good at being a detective. Hey. Money, 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 money. Postcard. Stealing that. Makeshift roof. Stuff? Ooh. Encyclopedia. These are super encyclopedia glasses. It's a lot of money. So I think I've more than replaced the phone money already. Who's this?
The smell. It's awful and familiar. Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. That faintly cloying sweetness. Only death smells like that. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Is that a dead guy just there?
It is death. It must be. The lieutenant has already brought a handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
Oh, first I'm gonna go into this garbage can.
An empty cigarette package and a crumpled...
I definitely think that's a dead guy.
2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can of black potent porter is all he find. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor, plus some Pilsner bottles too. Better not pick them up. They seem unhygienic.
A tragedy.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. Whoever tossed it here was a heavy smoker. The brand name reads Red Astra. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on it, as well as a tomato wedge. The wrapper reads Shish Kebab Revachol. It's hard to concentrate in the smell.
Now I'm gonna go over here and look at this. And now I'll look at the dead body that's clearly right here that I probably have to
A
investigate.
man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle of spirits. In his cramped hand, a chewing gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracks.
Oh no.
Starting with the right leg. The fall has
He
left
fell and
him
died.
broken, contorted like a sad puppet. The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's definitely heading there.
Hold on. Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days. No longer. We need to investigate.
Another dead body. This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe. He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his chest. A cool leather jacket with a bolt of blue. Oh no. This sounds terribly familiar. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into two.
I think my lights are getting angry because it's storming outside.
Under your hand.
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A chewing gum wrapper is clutched in his fist. Be very, very careful where you step here. A dried chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. An open wound. It's sticky and cold to your touch.
Dimitri just texted me just now. And right now, Dimitri, you decided to crash the thing. Because I think he can see what I'm playing right now. Sam, don't forget to be less fascist. I love that guy. I don't say it enough. Don't tell him I said that.
This is what killed him. This is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious. It took 3, maybe 4 minutes.
I'm not going to be clear with him on what I found. But I want him to know.
I don't see any other major wounds.
It's hard to say. Hold on.
Seems like the head wound was fatal.
Fatal.
That's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously.
Yeah,
It's
I'm glad. I
that
don't
the
think this is
weight
another
was the
murder.
cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile. You see waves churning below. Something cracks beneath your feet. A .75 liter Tallulah vodka with its cap missing. There's hardly anything.
Kuno stuff for church stuff. Yeah. I think he figured it out. Okay.
It's mid-market spirits with a slight touch of menthol. The man meant to enjoy himself, have a good time.
What was the sandwich that he was eating? It was bratwurst, wasn't it?
All around us.
Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape from the terror of the fall. The blackness of death. Stench. You think you see white chewing gum too. Confirmed. Nearly the whole pack is there. Solidified on his lower rear teeth.
I don't expect... The whole pack? I'm trying to be vague because George is in that group chat, and he's playing through this as well, but I'm ahead of him.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol before going home. The worst thing is, I've seen it before. Almost the same scenario. Even the chewing gum. It's always the same.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back. The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole. You have to be quite inebriated to fall that bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1.5 of spirits. Or maybe it was just dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze. He was confused when he died. Confused and alone, most likely. Overcome with the awful surprise of it all. He was just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here. But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
A dead working-class man with a bottle in his hand? Don't deceive yourself. You know who this is.
Oh, no.
The woman you met at the book stand? Why do you think it's her husband? The bright blue lining? Well, he's definitely someone's husband.
Oh, no. That could actually be a thing. I forgot about that. Oh, no. I don't want to be wrong about that, though.
No, I don't see anything that points in that direction. For now, let's treat this case as a simple, albeit sad, accident, unrelated to the murder case.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose?
No.
2 suspicious deaths in such a short time frame.
Without any further evidence, yes. Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Some symptoms of acute alcohol poisoning could have definitely played a role here. Severe confusion, respiratory depression, unpredictable behavior. But I think that death arrived through head trauma, not liver failure. What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the box.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean. It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body. From where I
have a
stand,
fridge.
I can see 2 options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the
Oh, we gotta do it
station
on our
and look
own.
for our colleagues.
Content creation. Dude, we're making a YouTube series.
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma and leave it at that. Let's keep this detour as short as possible. The sooner we get back to finding Ruby, the better.
I don't think Ruby had anything to do with the actual killing. I definitely think the answer is someone else. But she's definitely got answers that we need.
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest. Alright, we should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Nice. Well, hold on. Hold on. Because now I want to know about that. I want to find out who he is. We've done it once before. I'm exploring the church first, though. I'm not going to just get distracted on this. Library card? Library card? Library card.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinting Curve by M. Theobald. A library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 00.
Good. We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Mejean.
Cool. That's the next step in that mystery. Ow. I don't see a church. This is more of a dock. I think I've either passed it or haven't gone far enough yet. Oh, hey, look, another building. I wonder what that is. Oh, a thingy, a bubble, 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 boop. A sewer? Wait, what's over here? I like to explore all the side paths first. Can we, can I just click that and just have him do it himself? I'm just letting him go. Alright. We're good. Thanks, I could, oh boy. Well, what's this? I'm getting distracted again, and you are... Well, I'm going to look around first, because it'll help me in my conversation.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Oh. $5. And that stuff. I think I just grabbed somebody's stash, I ain't gonna lie. I am rolling in money. Alright, so now I talk to them.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Khan Hylostown. You must be Kim Kisuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this.
How do you know Kim?
Not a lot of people
Hang on.
realize the historic
I had
They're
magic
originally
night
hyper
with my
texts.
friends before this, so I've been wearing my headphones for quite a while. Oh. Only got like a half hour left. We'll be alright.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall. No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into Worms lately.
The man speaks in the artificial cadence of a professor, or someone who's been on too many radio shows.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This isn't a church, though, I don't think.
This man is your half-brother. You feel it. But why?
What? Half-brother?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off. He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
There we go.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Mayor Kalbar, you are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead. It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive
long
move
time.
to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer. An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet. Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D. Yes, they even built
A pleasure.
Whoops.
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans. Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape, they used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious
It had
example
me.
being
And now we're talking about computers from 200 years ago.
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bom Becer dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about
Oh god, I can't.
What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center? And who the hell are Keith and...
The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center for...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this
In
up?
fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center...
I can't.
perhaps I should return to the tip very,
Cool.
very low. Though,
I'm so
yes, the
sorry.
official name, who
I'm
knows?
so sorry.
But of course.
Oh, that was just one of 3. I don't want to hear about the
But
building.
of course. Well, no.
So you haven't seen...
No,
There's something. He's
Okay.
telling the truth. He hasn't seen.
Do you have any money?
I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really important here.
He's not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly, you were just profiling.
Can I have some of that unimportant money? I don't want your money. I just wanted to see whether my profiling skills were
Of
working.
course, detective. I wouldn't have assumed anything else. Matter of fact, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the Vespertine Department of Justice has published a rather interesting paper on the criminal profiling in former socialist states. Have you read it? If not, then you definitely should. If not for tips and tricks, then just for theoretical curiosity.
Okay, thank
Anyway,
you for the...
just a little
Yeah,
side
thank you for all the
note.
interesting information.
No, thanks.
Oh god, I feel like I lost part of myself. I don't know what that was. I just... Oof.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime.
I'm
They
so
must have
sorry.
been like this for 40 years.
I've gone like 4 or 5 videos without doing that.
Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase.
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I pass my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
Noted. Eyes is now in place. Oh. Well, I could get in there, clearly, because it's allowing me to look at that. Okay. Still no church. Hey, look, another building. I wonder what that is. This has got to be the church. I have $30. Getting all the info before going in there. Wait. Before I do, this is another side path, and I like all the information before going into a big thing. I understand I'm prolonging it. I might even end up not going in there in this episode, depending on what I find. I understand, but I did the Kuno stuff, so that's half. Who just leaves to... Oh, bunker? These rusty gears are used to turn the whole machine. I'm sorry, but I would love to enter a bunker. The chain rails up in the ocean to who knows where. Rail has been reason. I'm not going to go in there yet either. I feel like this is coming to an end. Like, logically, the geography of it ends soon. Cigarette butts cleaned away on... yep. A long time ago. The rusted, broken control box for the radio relay tower. Oh, there's a thing. Well, first let's look at this. Scented scarf. Nice. I don't think I see anything else here. I got the scarf. Okay, we're going to enter the bunker. Then we're going to go to the church. How funny would it be if after trying to get to this church for like 3 episodes at this point, I actually don't in this episode, even though I'm right outside of it. Depends on what I find in here. Oh!
Worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened.
I need to get in there.
You see a handle.
Itchy head.
It's military. A service depot of some sort. The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said it was for moving ammo and cargo across the bay. This might be it.
Interfacing. I can't increase that. I've already tried. It cannot be retried. Nope. Not until I get feedback. Dimitri would be like, do not try that until XYZ. And be like, there's something you need. He won't spoil anything. He's been very good about that. But, well, alright. I guess we do. We got 25 minutes to explore whatever is in this church. The moment we've all been waiting for.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. Two large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold. The surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker. You see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part
I think
of
a
the
kid
officer's
did
exams.
that.
I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Thus, it must be made by youths. The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail. The work has been done recently and is unprofessional, to say the least. Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency. Somewhere east of here.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I don't think that's going to work. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
The lieutenant nods silently. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb.
After less entry where it belongs. Right on the cover.
Ah, looks very modern.
I just need... what is it? What do I need? I don't know what tool it's asking for. Mr. Crowbar. Well, first, he is right. Let's see if we can find another way in. I trust Kim, and I do what I can to accommodate the things that he has asked of me. Treasure. Oh, I missed all of this. Oh. Oh. My. Why is there just money under these? Am I stealing from people? Am I grave robbing right now? I love that it decides to give me money after the point in the story where I no longer need money. Or maybe I'll need it later and I just don't know it. Oh, drawbridge. It can only be lowered from the other side. Okay, so there's got to be some kind of way over there. Oh. I'm a genius. I need to, hold on. Whoops. Wrong thing. I need to unequip this flashlight. I'll equip the crowbar because it's looking like I might end up needing it. It's taking a lot of patience to do this. Music. Huh. So this guy just lives here? I'm gonna just go in it. I should probably, well, I'm gonna just go in his
The
tent.
tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
It's safe to assume this is their leader, or at least he thinks he is.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watching.
Smell like sweat and laundry detergent.
A young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Welshi tape player, as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous evangelical secrets.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore! Skibbity, skibberdanger.
Oh.
The rearranger.
Oh. Oh no.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this. What to do? Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think?
Go speak to Andre. I'm just annoyed. I suck at socialising, man. If you go speak to Andre, I'll have time to tune in, get a reading on your sign.
Maybe you should just stand there, watching rattle his toolbox. Get to know his sign. The contents of the young man's toolbox are organized in a neat yet eclectic manner. He is constantly checking out the various tools and parts and rearranging them slightly. It's a bit hypnotizing if you look at it long enough.
I have all kinds of screws. I'd have a whole lot more stuff if I had a place where I could keep that stuff. These are my consumer items and my means of production. I enjoy them. Talk to Andre. No point in standing here. The signs are really out of tune.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand.
Hello, I'm Andre.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organisers. We have many in the pipeline, officer. You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noit's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast. I'm talking about a church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads! Burnouts!
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol. Strike that! The word!
Egghead's my new favorite character.
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yes, yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge. Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter.
I guess.
Right,
Andre is obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchange.
yes. I asked Noy to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noy, give the officer the key.
All right.
You sense the
Nice.
trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left. Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Bask in the
The
glory.
young man with ribcage-shaped suspenders looks at you, standing there, with a goofy grin on your face.
I dig the outfit.
The word
It's storming again.
august, used as an adjective. That's how cool it feels to be old and cool in the eyes of the young. Let's face it, you're near death, yet bathed in the golden rays of stately grandeur, like a late summer's day, like a daddy-o, like a tequila sunset.
No.
Are you sure? It's probably too late to be a tequila sunrise.
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
Oh.
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
I don't know where in the narration. I was listening to every word that was said. I don't know how I missed the "we locked them in" part. Huh.
Me too. I shouldn't add that.
Oh god.
The truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses. Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery is of the deeply mystical variety.
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
And tell them about the feeling.
Thing in there with us, watching us from the dark.
No, the other one.
The other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times, and we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. Sure, why not? Yeah.
But not
Not
me.
reliable.
Brown hair. Old. Heavy, dark sign.
What Noid said.
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair, though it seems like a stretch at this point.
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human.
Non-human means a predator.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the
A
ceiling.
crab man.
Some kind of crab man.
Ocean man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling. like a crab. It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Crab man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
Okay.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
The implications of this are too numerous to consider. Proceed with caution. Learn all you can before entering that dark building. There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
I'm aware of that, but
You
still.
should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too.
With a small surge of PEA, alertness fills you, as if to say, this is a dark corner. Look behind it.
Good idea. Well, honestly, I can't.
Why not? Let's go with that.
I'm 70% sure there's substance.
Oops.
Sure.
Then
What? He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music, and by being a master of ceremonies. Well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how to communicate with him. Yeah, sometimes, when I stumble and find my way into his center, you have to hear a lot of hardcore to the mega first though.
The man smiles mysteriously.
I have a friend like that. His name's Antonio. He just talks in code until he just decides not to.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it. You know, of Meteo. Meteo, a country on Muindi, on the Muindi Isla. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericarnassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, made the Innocentic system, no? You're totally wrong about that.
The Pericarnassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericarnassian posse.
I love that he's wearing shoes my brother definitely owns.
We dance. Love is hardcore.
Unity!
Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place.
Yakokata!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise.
The one
Thanks.
with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving.
Yes. What? Yeah, good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even has running water. Oh, it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No.
He sniffs at the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their thing.
Oh, absolutely.
However, their breathing is regular, their jaws stay put, and their pupils aren't dilated. So, not under the influence right now.
The what now? Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
I have a major sinus infection. Stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe. Yes, that's all Nosefed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosefed is the shit. Sure. Here you go, officer. The noser. Blast away.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Wait. Logic.
As always, we'll be...
Wow, so someone's been a little. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one.
Making fun of my choices. I don't know if you heard that, but that was a crazy thunderclap.
Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copper type is regular.
No.
I'll let everyone know. Good.
No. Actually, what I'm going to do in case the power goes out is I'm actually going to stop right here. I was going to get to right before the church and make like a whole bit out of it, but I'm actually going to hastily end the episode in case the power goes out because I don't want to ruin the footage. So I will see you next time.